All right, part 2 on the birth of Jesus for 2023 and the coming Messiah to show you his birth for 2024. All right, so in 2020, we were shown the Christmas star in the western sky, and this was the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn coming together. All right, this year in 2023, 3 years later, we have two stars showing the Eastern Christmas star, the Star of Bethlehem, and this is Jupiter at night and Venus in the morning. Okay, so this is also two stars making up the Christmas star. And the wise men of the day saw the sky, and they know the sky is given as a clock, so it's letting them know that the end of one time is near and the beginning of another time is here. And that's why Trump, the Lord, the dawn, the sands of time is coming and letting everybody know, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, it's that Pi app, that spy app. That Pi is that TT, the titty. The TT is also the PP and those types of things. So the TT is the Trump and the twin, the Gemini. So you had the Gemini, the two stars coming into one, and then you have the Jupiter and Venus Gemini coming and acting as the 2 and 1. Okay, so these stars, these alignments, these things that are going on in the sky from 2020 to 2025 only happens every so often in thousands of years and whatever else. So it's telling you that it's the end of one age, the end of one time, and these things, and what we're going to be going through is like no other time on earth. The men's hearts shall fail them, and the men and the male are not the same thing. The man and the woman are just the roles that the male and female can play. Okay, so as the man and woman is going to wither away, the male and female keep going on. All right, so the woman can be the man of the house. The man can be the woman of the house. It depends on who takes care of the house, depends on who's the man of the house. And you can take care of the house as the woman staying home, or you can take care of the house as the man going and leaving. Okay, but these roles can be switched as far as the gender. The male, the gender is not the sex, and the sex is not the gender. Either way, these are there to set up a divide, to set up a religious war, to set up a right and wrong war, to set up a war of division, to set up that transformational times, and all those little different things, okay? So as the Messiah breaks open, and we have one birth of one, and then you have the second coming of the Lord, he's going to give birth to like a twin, in a matter of speaking. But this is going to be one for Christmas, and then one is for around May, for that May Day event and those types of things. The April showers brings the May flowers. So the tick-tock ties to the ticks and flea, the tick sand flea. The sand fleas were talked about in California, so we can see where that sub or whatever, that C-section comes, and the people have to flee from the beaches and the coastal, and those types of things. And this is more than likely would be set up for certain parts of the West Coast, but the main areas would be the Gulf and the East Coast, okay, because that's where 80% of the nation lives, and there's been a mass exodus of people going to these areas from the West Coast, okay? So it's basically people that they're about to go get harder judgment, okay? But the false prophet, the money or whatever, that has a longest date. And you have a money changer coming in to flip the money. And we have that flip on money now. And as these things come about, the boomers, the baby boomers, they're going to start crying, and they're going to boom. They're going to blow up, and they're going to sink to the bottom with a flood, with the bricks tied around their neck. Okay. So the Michelle Robinson Obama, she's born on 1/17/64, which is the 46 reverse. All right. The Michelle ties us to the Michael Johnson, who is going to help with the steel, in a matter of speaking. That Trump battle with the Michael Johnson is part of that war in heaven against the devil, and that's going to be the Debbie. So we're going to see Mike Johnson and Kamala Debbie Harris, and that's why you see Kamala, and then he is from LA, LA as far as the Louisiana. All right, that's the abbreviation, the abre is the donkey sound, and the aviation is for that sky and the heaven and such, but that's why you have the Zell sky and those things. Anyways, so she connects to that 7-Eleven. The 7-Eleven connects us to this July and those types of things. And that would be the 9 days, which is the 6 flip. And then the 45 broke down. But either way, it connected that stuff. And Obama, he's born in 1961. He's connected to the 9/11 and the 6/11. And then he's also born on 8/4. That's the 48 for Israel. 48 Israel. And then the 4 goes into the 8 2 times. And then that connects us to the 8/4/61. That's going to connect us to a 426, which connects us to Studio 54 and Trump and Ivana and those types of things. And we didn't get into that on my Studio 54 video. Either way, so the Bin Laden, the Ben is the son, the Law is connected to the Louisiana, and then it's connected to the Rob Ben son. So that's the Rob sun on the sun. So the Bin Laden stuff, the Patriot Act, all those stuff, that's being stacked with Obama. And that's why they tell you that Bin Laden was part of the CIA and a de facto. And either way, it's all been placed out. Okay, I can't go over the whole past 25 years in a little video for y'all to catch up. All right, that's what Alex Jones is coming back on the XApp for, and he's there to break down your temple, and it's about to get good. So the XApp, he has the X Files. That's all going to come out, and that's going to help drain the swamp, and that's going to be connected to the Studio 54 era, and these are tied to the different flood waters, and that flood water is needed to drain the swamp and all those other things. So the world stage, the closet, the closed set, the people are going to be coming out of the closet, off the closed set, and all those things. And the Hunter Biden, that's just a little sample of what's going to be coming. And the person getting in the Senate office, getting the Iron Fist, basically. Iron Fist is coming, in a way. But we're getting a glimpse of the old 3 scores and 6, all right? And the 3 scores is the XXX, and that's the triple X stuff, and the porn and those things for the Stormy Daniel times, and the Daniel and the Storm. Anyways, folks, so this Christmas, the winter solstice, that's perfectly timed 3 days before the 25th all right? And the 25th is 6 days, perfectly timed before the New Year's Eve and the ball dropping. And Saudi Arabia and the other nations or whatever, they're starting the BRICS on day one. So this is where you have that dictator come in, that Richard, and the money's gone and whatever else, okay? So we can see the birth of something on the solstice or Monday for that Christmas break, and then it feeds off of each other, and it just goes downhill after that, okay? Because the Dow is at that high again, so it's meeting at that high on the same time as the hill or whatever, so everything is on top of the hill. So the jack sun jacking you, that hijack effect or whatever, it's all coming down. And that hijacked effect is tied to the Bud Light. And that's why Dana White is saying every patriot needs to be drinking this or whatever, because that white throne judgment is coming in a way in different stacks. All right. So, the time is short, and you're going to get that abomination of the desolation among you, and it's being stacked upon you, and that leave this world behind is showing you the abomination of desolation in a way by the Obamas, and it's on that higher ground telling you to go to that fucking mountain, just like your Bible's telling you when you see Jerusalem and all the world gathered against Jerusalem saying, we hate Israel, down with Israel. That lets you know it's nigh, and it's right now. The Lord's wrath is set up. The speaker broke. The alarm sounded. No one heard it. The war started. The mighty hunter before the Lord. The day of the Lord's wrath is setting up upon you. And the day of the Lord's wrath comes like a thief in the night. And that thief in the night has that nightclub. And that nightclub is going to knock the shit out of all of you who don't have a brain. You don't have the AI. You got the EIO. Old MacDonald had a farm. We're going to end it here. Dark days are ahead.